Today, we asked students from different academic backgrounds to discuss how AI is changing the classroom. Instead of asking whether AI is simply good or bad, we're having a central discussion over the topic of AI.
Yeah, my name is Jihoo Kim Jihoo, and I'm 22 years old. My major is applied statistics.
Hi everyone, my name is Linh. Currently, I'm a student of 24. I'm majoring in culture and design management.
I'm Gabby. I'm a sophomore and I'm a major in Underwood, comparative literature and culture.
I'm learning computer science right now, and for me, I would have probably failed my course without the AI. And I use it as a tool, make the AI read all of the PDFs that are given to me as the course material. I just make the AI read all of it, then make a summarization, and I read it, and it's my own comprehension, and I just make the AI to make a comprehensive quiz, to test me if I know the materials correctly. I am also learning German right now, and for that course, it really helped me a lot because German is more like literature and more like linguistics, not like technical. I just do basically the same thing as the computer science course. Give me Korean sentences and make me change that Korean sentence into German sentences. So I would have probably failed my whole semester without the LLM.
Okay. I think from my point of view as a CDM major, as a creative major in a point, I think that we use AI and we're encouraged to use AI a lot, not in a way that it's create product for us, but we feed AI our idea, our precise idea, and through AI it helps us to visualize all interface and also all the web that we're planning to do. Imagine it's like film preview, film premiere and a trailer, instead of the movie not knowing what we're gonna watch later. And I think it's breaking away the barrier of oh, I cannot do this, but more of focus on what I want to do and trying to perfect the idea of what I want to do and feed it into AI. Yeah.
Okay. What you're studying has a final result. There's always an outcome, a finality, and there's always an answer. I feel AI will be more beneficial for those courses because math. Most of the time you have probably a fixed answer, sciences you have a fixed answer. So using AI to churn out quizzes and questions for those kind of things and using AI to study for those kind of things makes the most sense because it's so technical. Okay, so for literature and for arts, humanities majors, it is such a open-ended kind of subject because there's no right and there's no wrong answer. So a lot of times it's your opinion about the subject, your thoughts, your ideas, or your imagination for that subject. So it's very hard for AI to give you answers because at the end of the day, it's you have to give it information before it can give you an answer. But then that's not your opinion. That's not your creative thought, because when you're writing a paper, right? I mean, yeah, it can give you sources, it can help you write structural formats for an essay, but it's not really your voice or your thoughts and your opinions. I feel it's really difficult when it comes to these kind of things. For art, because I previously did graphic design, and it's where do you draw the line between copyright stuff? Does it become your own work, or is it is the author then AI kind of thing? There's a whole debate about it in the community with art and AI. So I feel it's better if you're doing art and everything, it's better to understand the drawbacks of using AI in your art, because you do have to give credit to it, kinda. It's not really your artwork anymore, you know what I mean?
I think I can relate to what you say because especially from UI UX perspective, you can use gather data on the internet that sourced by AI and everything, but it is the experience from the interviewed, from the survey of actual people, best product for the actual user.
So it's the feedback. So okay, I got you.
Definitely yes.
Yes.
Definitely.
I think so.
Definitely.
I feel if you're using traditional study methods, you have to dedicate consistent amount of time. And I mean, our semesters are really so short. And there's so much nonsense we have to do in that semester. And it's just so difficult to delegate different time to do every single thing. And sometimes your course loads are so heavy. So I understand that it is more efficient and it's better to use AI for studying. But to completely rely on it is a different story.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. You should be the one who controlling the AI. The AI cannot control us.
Yeah.
And I think it's more like a tool for you, just like a car that get you to a place like without maneuvering over in the road. It's in the end, it's you that do the analysis. In the end, that's you that do the learning. I think so.
I think so. Can't let AI just take over anything. I mean, it will just literally be the same thing like the Terminator. So we have to take control.
A lot of students, they just take AI as like gospel. Whatever the AI gives to them, they just, that is the final answer. It's like, this is what it's gonna be. Which I find is so ridiculous sometimes, because you have to fact check what is being like turned out, right? Because like, it may be wrong, you don't know. So like, when you're studying, if whatever it gives to you is whatever you take as gospel.
I mean, I do think I know what
I can't be like, what's not wording?
You're right. I mean, AI can make like hallucination errors or like a lot of mistakes. And for my perspective, what I do to like prevent those kind of like mistakes that AI make, I just make sure like via prompt engineering, inside the prompt, I just order the AI to give me the references or the reason why they thought the result came out. So I'm tracking the whole trajectory of how that result is derived. And I read the whole passage, and if there's something wrong, then I can just re-ask the AI why'd you made that. And by that, I think we can use AI to like enhance ourselves, but not just taking over the whole human intelligence. So by that, I think that AI have defined a new horizon of definition of intelligence. Or like definition of learning. I think because of that, we are never going to like face a world without the AI for the rest of our life. I think AI will take a lot of bigger portion in our lives within the next century. No, within the next decade. No, within the next year. I do believe that we should get used to use the AI to like, exploit the AI to our own end. So without that, it will be very insufficient. But that's a whole different story of ourselves being so reliant to the AI. And to not be reliant to the AI, I think we can just work it by ourselves, like, make the AI give us the references or we can use a lot of AI, more than one AI, just like Gemini's and Perplexity. And sometimes we can just manually work it out on the Google search because the Google search also is summarized by the Gemini. And then we could just cross-reference and check it.
Well, I definitely do agree that like AI is just like inevitable in our society. Schools itself should teach students how to use AI and not just like stop it completely. Because again, I do believe that it's impossible to tell people, like stop them from using AI completely, because there's always bound to be loopholes. If you can study well and you can learn with like traditional methods, it helps you train your brain to process information very differently from just relying on AI. Because AI will always give you the answer, but traditional study methods makes you find that answer. And I feel like as children, that is more beneficial. But as you get older, I feel like you can integrate AI into like your study stuff, because as you grow up, you have more responsibilities, especially in like university, where you have like clubs, you have, you end school way later for like social stuff and all that kind of thing. So your time is spent very differently as like in school.
If you like specify traditional schooling method as like memorization, then AI wouldn't like beat in that. But if you use AI in more like interactive learning, for example, like if you feed your material into like notebook LLM, it will take into like a mind map, and it will also like have interactive quiz. And I think in that way, AI doesn't give you the answer, but it gives you a more like interactive and intuitive learning, which for some people, it might be like give them better result in like memorization or like actually like knowing the topic better.
But with like traditional study methods, you can also do that. You can also draw those mind maps. You can also form your own quizzes, or like you can manually create your own quizzes, like flashcards.
Yeah,
we can just make the AI give me flashcards or give me quizzes or something.
I think in a way.
I think it's just the transfer. It's not more like the change. It's more like not like integrating with something. It's just more like transferring the human labor to let the LLM do whatever we want us.
Does that mean people would then have more free time to do other things?
I mean, that's the point.
Will you then use that time to study more.
Yeah, and
Right.
I think AI also like makes school change the way that it's give our homework nowadays. It's not more like repetitive work that makes you like write out every word to remember, but it's more like you have to actually analyze the text and give out your own reflection.
For writing and take home like assignments, right? I think using AI, you can close your eyes to it basically. Like you can turn a blind eye to those kind of things, but you also have to write it in your own voice. You have to be formatting and turning whatever information the AI gives to you into your own thing, basically. But then there's also the issue with people having to dumb down their language skills and to your language as being AI. Like the Oxford comma gets detected for that, which is like people who know how to use it get flagged for it, and it's just like, why do I then have to like dumb down my language skills just so that I don't get detected for AI? And then the school is just like, you have to use proper grammar, you have to use this, you have to write like proper sentences. And it's like, I'm doing that, but I'm getting flagged for AI, and you're not even hearing me out when I say I didn't use AI. And like sometimes professors are a bit hypocritical because they're like, no AI, but then they rely on Turnitin. It's a bit questionable sometimes. Yeah.
You're right. I mean, I think at this point of like, academics for every branch, literally from all the way from linguistics and to like high-end text or like AI or something, I think that cheating, like the drawing the line between cheating and just referencing is a very vague and a meaningless discussion, I believe. It's not that like we don't need to like, make an answer. It's more like we should just think of trying to get to the answer. We just need more social discussion. We just need more people to say out their opinion for this topic so that we can since it's based on people's idea, which can be varied upon time, we just need to know how people think and make a one big chunk of idea of this is cheating and this is not cheating.
So I think that for my major, most of the assignment is done in like project space. So I think the fine line between like support and like cheating, like in like the idea of yourself, is this idea that come up by you, or is it idea like come up by like ChatGPT, Gemini? I think as long as the idea is like your original idea and you can feed your idea into AI and help them like for them to support your idea to become true, but as long as it's your idea, it's not cheating.
I feel like there's also this problem that people who don't use AI at all, because then how do you like give an equal evaluation to someone who hasn't used AI to do their work versus someone who has used AI to do their work? It's like it's a bit unfair. Like if you think about it, it's a bit unfair for like someone who's not used AI at all to get the same grade as someone who has used AI. Then can you then consider that like kind of cheating for the person, because at the end of the day, did they get the same grade as someone who didn't use AI?
I think AI nowadays is like we all given the same resource, like we all given the same assignment. If you're like knowing all these AI tools and you utilize it, I think it's not cheating for the like that person itself. It's just the other person that doesn't utilize the resource that been given.
I think it can just take us to another very, very difficult discussion.
Yeah.
Like, will the AI help in humanity or not? I mean, I think if your discussion gets deep enough, we can just reach there. I mean, that's going to be a much harder in a philosophical context. So I cannot give you a solid answer, but I do feel that you're relevant. Like, what would AI take us? Like, where would it take us?
But also in the way that you cannot just get better grade because you use AI. It's also like in the way that you format your idea and you format your prompt to put into AI itself. So if you have like a concrete idea of what you want to do and like all the stuff that getting to it, you feeding into AI, it's come up with a better result than someone who just like tell me to make this app interface or tell me to make this product. I think it's a completely different.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I mean, the baseline is yes, because they're all testing and evaluating completely different things. Because like math, you are basically doing out the equations and solving questions. Presentations, you're presenting your answers. I mean, AI can churn out the presentation for you, but if you can't present the data or make sense of the data while talking or doing a presentation, like professors would know. Like math, I feel like it's more difficult because I mean there's always a final answer, but it's just that if you don't know how to solve the questions yourself, I feel like professors would already know.
For me, the main thing that like the 90% of the assignment that I invest my time into like solving the problems is basically it's about coding and no math and no presentation, no essay. So the only AI usage throughout this whole semester was all about coding, but I do believe that coding and math, I think those two are very different from any other kind of branches for assignments. For coding, we should make an answer upon our knowledge. We are just making an essay of how the program should work, and we don't have one designated answer for a coding assignment. So by that, I think the problem that we have for the assignment criteria upon how the assignment should be assessed on is not about how efficient the program works. I mean, it should be like explain why your code works and why you designed it that way. I think that's okay from the credibility crisis based on our own thoughts, and we designed it, and maybe we could get some help from the LLM or like any kind of AI to like refine our codes. I think that's okay.
I think it's the same for like presentation as well, because we do projects. Isn't that we present like the final app interface? You have to show like every function, the prompt behind every function, and also the wireframe that leading to like the app interface.
Whoa.
So you can't just like, oh, this is the app that AI coded for me, it's okay, it's done. The assignment is using Figma AI to create the app interface. The requirement is that you have to show how many revision time that you made and what is the prompt that you feed into the AI.
Yeah, I mean that's a new way of like the assignment. It's a new paradigm.
Oh, I am old. University itself is meant to provide you with an education so that you can go out into the real world to work.
Yeah.
And so exams itself are meant to test your skills and your knowledge. So then I feel like a lot of professors test more memorization skills. Like they test a lot of things that you don't really need in the real world, and AI is just really beneficial for that context. But if the professor really wants to understand how much knowledge and how much skills the students have actually learned from the courses, I think that they should be testing very completely different things.
Right.
Should AI be treated as a study tool, a threat to academic honesty, or both? Leave us in the comments.
Like,
Comment.
Subscribe
to the Yonsei Annals.